My name is Meredith Morovati. I am the Vice President of Business Development and External Relations for a nonprofit organization called the American Society of Echocardiography. Um, ASE is an organization of physicians, sonographers, scientists, clinicians in the field of cardiovascular ultrasound. And our organization supports the mission of the field. We have membership, we have meetings, we have journals, and my role is to engage with industry partners where a lot of the innovation is going and to develop opportunities and programs to engage the clinicians and the industry representatives in ways that improve the field and improve healthcare for patients. So I've been doing that for about 3 years. And I've been with the organization in total for about 9 years. So I'm a very new member. I joined BPW just a few years ago. A few months ago. And I think it was the beginning of 2021 when I was starting to feel more optimistic about the danger of COVID and the ability to, be less isolated, but also recognize that it was going to take a while. And so wanted to challenge myself to get involved in an organization that I thought the mission might match some of my interests and just meet new people and network and also potentially provide opportunities for volunteer or service in a way that I haven't had that many opportunities lately, partially because I haven't been pursuing them as strongly and also because we've all been sort of isolated a little bit over the past 18 months or so. I don't think I could point to a particular person. When I look back at my career and the challenges and things that I've overcome, it's really a village. Certainly in my family and my family's support, my husband's support, and frankly, my children's support, but also groups like Meredith College and the faculty there. Interest in hobbies and exercise, mainly running. I do a lot of running. I love to run with my friends. We used to do a lot of races. Occasionally we'd go to a destination and do a race. So I do a lot of that and I enjoy it because it gets me outside. I'm a strong believer in the connection between positive mental health and physical activity. That's always been a constant in my life. And reading, I'm a big reader. I am a big literary, contemporary fiction, historical fiction. I don't do a lot of nonfiction. I feel like there's enough nonfiction in my life already, so I really read for fun. Barcelona is a delightful city. I'm not a night owl, so it's hard for me to stay up as late as the locals, but I've had the ability to visit their many museums, go running in the area and experience the city as a local might, farmers markets, their food. It's just amazing. And their history is fascinating. Paris, of course, is never the wrong answer. And I've had similar experiences there, going there for conferences and medical conferences, but also on a trip, on a 12-day trip with my husband, staying in the old quarter and doing a lot of museums and a lot of tourist stuff. They're just both world-class European destinations, and that tends to be my favorite. I can walk through museums and eat my way through a city and still want more after 10 days. So those are both very good choices for me. Godzilla. I grew up watching, what was it? I grew up in New England, and our public PBS station on Saturdays would have this show called Creature Double Feature, Saturday afternoons. And they would play classic, old sci-fi that I just thought were campy and hysterical, but also full of human stories. And I've always been attracted to the story, especially the original and then the recut of Godzilla, because of what it represents in the Japanese culture and the challenge and difficulties of the atomic bomb during World War II. I always watch that movie and watch Godzilla destroy these cities and realize that what they're doing is they're reliving and using that mythological creature to express their fear and anger and angst over war. I started working when I was 14. I was a chambermaid for a hotel. I grew up in a area, a very rural area around a lake in New Hampshire that was a vacation area. My parents owned restaurants, so I grew up working in restaurants, customer service. My early career was in publishing, academic publishing, and my work at American Society of Echocardiography. But I think my most interesting position was when I left ASE in 2014 to take on my role as executive director of a data repository called Dryad. So essentially, I was running a tech company, and I do not have development experience. I have no software engineering experience or background. My background is mostly in partnership development, marketing, business. What I learned from there, as many other things, was sometimes you're not the expert, but you're still able to put the experts in the room and try to get to the right decision. That sometimes you're in the room for the 360 view and to knit all the pieces together. And I found that to be both terrifying because I wasn't the expert and that was putting me outside my comfort level, but also just an awesome learning experience. I think, continuing to offer opportunities to engage with other professionals, to learn from each other. We spend a lot of time in our day-to-day work and in our lives getting our projects done, moving things forward, sort of hitting our marks and going forward. And when I am looking for opportunity for stepping back, looking at your career, thinking about intention, thinking about strategic planning, having an opportunity to just be a little holistic every once in a while, which we all get too busy to do on a daily basis. And so I think organizations like BPW can provide opportunity for that. And certainly networking and just meeting other professionals and supporting. I also really want to be engaged in supporting other women professionals. So I think that's something that I think BPW is already very strong in, and I'm interested in getting more involved.